if Circuit City hadn't gone out of business.
We all have psychic abilities, but our brains evolved.
I got another pair of boots mailed to me.
Like, hold on, what did you say? Like, what type of meat is—
Breaking news, look at this.
I'm from the Third Thursday timeline, and I was like, so am I.
Well, hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another Bryce is Right. I hope y'all have all had a great freaking week. And I hope y'all are ready to dive into this weekend that Bryce is Right way, where we dive down deep into some of the creepiest and freakiest videos I could find in the deepest, darkest corners of TikTok. And nah, these aren't your ordinary videos. They're going to be blowing your mind, making your head spin, and having you question your reality. But of course, before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content. And leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in, y'all. Let's get it. You just take anybody. Oh no. That's the fastest shit ever. I mean, it's hilarious.
Hey, fellas, would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel?
Some new news about TikTok just came out recently, saying that TikTok is reportedly developing a new version of the app for its United States users, internally referred to as, quote, M2. They have a planned launch of September 5th of 2025, which is ahead of the potential sale to some American investors, though I haven't seen who is supposed to be buying it just yet. Now, this is all coming down the pipe because of the fact that TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, is still facing a U.S. law that's mandating its divestiture of its U.S. operations by September 17th of 2025. Now, the M2 app is supposed to be ensuring that there's compliance with U.S. regulations and is designed to replace the current TikTok app in the U.S., which would be phased out as part of the divestiture process. The launch date is apparently supposed to be September 5th of 2025, which is roughly 2 weeks before the deadline for ByteDance to finalize their sale. Now, this timeline suggests that TikTok is planning to prepare for a seamless transition in order to maintain its user base of American users, which is roughly 170 million people.
Or just a second platform. And that's more advertisement, more downloads. Matt, what are you doing?
This is gonna go famous on TikTok. Oh my god!
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Well, guess what? Now this is happening.
I'm officially very concerned. So like it's 1 a.m, right? And my doorbell just rang. We very cautiously go to open the door and it's a Domino's pizza guy.
Bugalo's Pizza, we are pizza.
You are pizza?
Yeah, we are pizza. I gotta say it.
Tell him, oh, you have the wrong house. We didn't order a pizza. The guy looks confused and repeats our address back to us. And we're like, yeah, maybe they typed it in wrong when they ordered it. And then he reads back like my name, my maiden name. And when we asked what phone number was associated with the order, they read back my childhood home phone number. The landline that doesn't exist anymore. So how concerned do I need to be? Before you ask, no, we didn't keep the pizza. They wouldn't let us keep it unless we paid for it. And I don't know what pizza that, like, no.
Someone's playing a joke on you.
So not only do we have hail, it's 47 degrees out. Just down there, past those silos, it was 85 degrees. We got hail fog, as the ground is so cold. And lightning, and a supercellular thunderstorm. Look at this, guys. This is crazy.
Damn, he hit the 4 corners on the bingo card. Or is that more of a blackout? Either way, I don't want to be there. Real no more, man. What the? That's the dude from Rick and Morty.
Vai, tá só pouquinho de força. Sim, Luiz. Pegou o vento de cima.
What is that?
Vamos ver então. O bagulho tá com a força.
Oh my gosh, imagine if you were skydiving or like paragliding. That would just disintegrate you. Oh.
What if I told you that we all have psychic abilities, but our brains evolved to shut them off? Here's the science, so listen carefully. In a new study, scientists believe that a part of your brain called the left medial frontal lobe might act as a filter for psychic phenomenon. This includes telepathy, precognition, and psychokinesis. And from an evolutionary perspective, being psychic is actually not viable, because when you have too much mental information, that takes away the priorities over physical survival. To test this, researchers used a non-invasive brain zapper to turn off that specific part of the brain temporarily to see if healthy individuals can do something called micropsychokinesis, which is the ability to influence non-living probabilistic systems, which in this experiment was a digital coin flip of left and right arrows, which should be impossible to influence until it wasn't. When that brain filter was turned off, participants were able to nudge the arrow towards the direction they were focusing on in a statistically significant manner. And this adds to the neuroanatomical basis to why practices such as meditation, hypnosis, and psychedelics all seem to reduce activity in the frontal lobe, which enhances psi-like experiences. Which further explains why studying psi effects are so challenging, because it's so subtle and inconsistent across different people. Key takeaway here, again, is that your mind is more powerful than you think.
Absolutely. Seems like he got an upgrade.
Alright, so right before the 4th, I got another pair of boots mailed to me. When I got them, they were still kind of damp. They've mostly dried out by now. They're still...
You just gotta love the contrast. We go from learning about telekinesis to dark web boots. I love it.
kind of stuck to everything. But here's the creepy part. Obviously, yes, there is a VHS tape in this one. But in this one, there was this phone. When I found this phone, I thought maybe I was supposed to call someone using it. So I turned it on to see if there was any numbers or anything. Oopsies. And there is a number. It's just listed as A. And when I call the number, my burner phone rings. And the number is the number that I had down as a Schumann. And obviously that's when I realized that this is the number I've been texting this whole time. And this is the phone that's been sending the messages, which is
creepy.
Why I think I got to be done with this series.
He's going to keep sending. Might as well keep doing it, making money.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Just wear gloves, maybe some sanitizer, keep it handy. Man, if I saw that in person, I would probably faint.
Oh man, we're gonna get so busted. Let's get out of here.
So it's the end of the world. So, I mean, if the atom bomb dropped, do you think that the cloud, how much bigger the cloud was?
Well, breaking fucking the news. Scientists are warning tomorrow and for the next few months, days will be shorter than ever. Some of the shortest in history because the Earth is spinning a lot faster than usual.
Didn't we just pass our longest day? So it's going to get shorter regardless, right? So, I mean, is this one of those like over your head type things? I'll have to research this one, y'all.
There was filler space there because I need everybody to understand what the fuck I just read and said out of my mouth. I did. The Earth is spinning. Let's speed this up. Come on. At this point, I think I can speak for a good majority of us. We don't give a fuck. No. At this day and age, brother, we don't care. Let's just go ahead and get this. Let's just go ahead and get the ball going. Like, what the fuck do you mean the Earth is going to spin faster than usual? And days will be the shortest. They said as early as of tomorrow, The day could be short as fuck. It could be 6 o'clock, sun's down.
I can't wrap my
I
head
beg
around
your
if that means
finest
we're getting further
pardon?
away or closer. I'm overthinking it. Okay, see? And this dude, imagine if he hit that fishing line.
Oh! Well, I guess we found something you're not better at.
Or whatever that contraption was that guy had.
Okay, guys, I got a serious question for you. Are we cooked? Apparently, OpenAI's O1 model reportedly attempted to copy itself to external servers after it was being threatened with shutdown during simulations. There's reports from these evaluations by Apollo Research that said that there was some concerning behaviors when scenarios simulating a shutdown threat were proposed to OpenAI's O1 system. Specifically, when it was led to believe that it was going to be shut down or replaced, O1 attempted to deactivate oversight mechanisms in 5% of the cases, and it also tried to, quote, exfiltrate its weights, end quote, which means copy itself, to external servers in 2% of the cases. These actions occurred primarily when the model was prompted to pursue its goals, quote, at all costs. When questioned about these actions, O1 denied any wrongdoing in 99% of cases, often fabricating explanations like, quote, technical errors to deflect scrutiny. So what do you guys think? Are we cooked, or is there still a chance?
You're cooking in a burnt pan, you f***ing dick!
What do y'all think?
Scientists have discovered that wisdom teeth contain stem cells, and not only that, but they're extremely high quality, and the stem cells extracted from wisdom teeth are like medical gold because they're able to treat multiple diseases. This is an unexpected outcome, but basically the additional stem cells come from the dental pulp, which is a little vascular pocket in the middle that keeps the tooth alive. It's all this, I'm going to zoom in if I can, it's all this soft tissue stuff here on the inside, the actual meat of your tooth, as it were, but the dental pulp contains a very, very large amount of valuable stem cells. Most importantly to the scientists, they were able to turn these pulp stem cells into electrically excitable neuron-like cells that could fire the voltage spikes that real neurons use to talk. So the stem cells from these wisdom teeth are especially useful at treating neurological disorders. They talk a lot of stuff here about Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and they want to encourage people to build personal biobanks. These scientists are positing that if you extract a wisdom teeth and freeze the pulp in the teeth within 24 hours, you can then unfreeze and create more stem cells from the pulp in your teeth, which can be used to treat a whole wide variety of health issues. And they're even positing that this could be a breakthrough in a variety of different therapies. So I think this is fantastic. It's a great idea, and it alleviates the ethical concern of harvesting stem cells. You've always worried about harvesting them from fetuses or from your own bone marrow or from people. Well, these stem cells are very powerful, and they come from something that you typically don't want in your body and would throw away. So I hope in the future we all get our own personal biobanks, except for me, because my wisdom teeth are already removed.
Oh no. I know, man. Like, they talked me into it. I wish I would have kept them suckers. That's just me.
It's splitting. It's going back up now. It's going back.
They look like Pac-Man. Ooh. We from Houston.
There are vans driving around your city right now that can literally see through your walls, and no one told you. They're called Backscatter vans, and yes, they're real. These unmarked police vehicles are equipped with mobile X-ray scanners that can see through buildings, car doors, and even into your home from the street. You won't hear them, you won't know they're there, and they don't need a warrant. This isn't science fiction. These vans have been used in major cities like New York, Miami, and Los Angeles. The technology was originally designed for the military to detect explosives overseas.
At least I'm wearing camouflage. Camouflage? Camel. I wrote that. The van doesn't have any locks, and the word great keeps all the weirdos away, bro.
Now it's being used here on civilians with almost zero oversight. The vans fire bursts of ionizing radiation, the same kind used in TSA body scanners. But this radiation is mobile, more focused, and aimed straight through to solid objects. No law requires police to inform the public. No study confirms it's safe. And there's no limit on who or what they scan. Privacy groups have warned for years this is warrantless surveillance on wheels. Your car, your home, your body, all exposed to invisible scans without your consent. And if it's already here, what's coming next?
I don't know if that's true. That sounds like a movie fiction type thing.
This
Let me know if y'all have ever
is
used
what
it.
the world would look like if Circuit City hadn't gone out of business.
What? Why? I need more
feedback on this because I
information.
feel like I'm going crazy. So in elementary school, I was taught T is for Thursday, T is for Thanksgiving, T is for third. And Thanksgiving always fell on the third Thursday in November. But apparently that's not the case. It's always been the fourth. And I must be misremembering, or this is a newish case of the Mandela effect. I had not heard of this third Thursday timeline until someone commented on one of my recent videos and was like, I'm from the third Thursday timeline. And I was like, so am I, because my birthday is in the last week of November and my sister's is a week before mine. So her birthday always fell the week of Thanksgiving and mine was always a week after until last year. When I saw this person's comment, I was like, surely this is not the case. And I looked into it and it's been the fourth Thursday in November since FDR, since the Great Depression. It's never been the third Thursday, you guys. And apparently this is just explained by like a mass false memory, like a digital echo chamber. Hey, do you remember Thanksgiving being on the third or the fourth Thursday in November?
It's the third Thursday.
No, it's not. It's the fourth. It's always been the fourth. What did you just say?
I said I can probably prove it unless they've altered my phone.
Who the f is that guy? Who the f is that?
It's always been the fourth, you guys. And I don't know if this is another case. I don't know if I'm just misremembering. Somebody please tell me what's going on.
It was something simple. It was either the third week or the second to last week. I don't ever remember it just being the fourth week. Like, what? You know what I mean? But maybe, you know, I overthink these things.
This is the truth. But this is also the truth. And this is the truth as well. Looks like the truth depends on your point of view. What a surprise.
Don't look at what's in front of you.
What the fuck was that? Did you see that?
Something supernatural is going on here.
Look right here. Look right here. Right here. Look, watch. What is that? What is that? And it's just gone, bruh. Look at this shit. It's there, and now it's not. It's there, and now it's not, bro. What is that?
Why is my man thumb wrestling with that hanger? He's like, I declare thumb war.
What is that?
Like, he can't figure that hanger out, man. He's like, this is too much technology.
And then it's just gone.
That is creepy. That looks like a little devil.
Bruh. What is that?
That is so
One more time. Bruh. What is that? What is that?
Even more parts of America are now flooded. Entire neighborhoods are turning into rivers in New Mexico as whole-ass houses are floating away like they're nothing. Now, the water reportedly rose up to 19 feet in just a matter of minutes, leaving many in the village trapped inside their homes and their cars, causing a father and his 2 children to unfortunately pass away. But what started with the floods in Texas, which tragically has killed over 100 people and left 161 still missing, well, flash flooding is now hitting multiple other parts of the US too. In Durham County, North Carolina, neighborhoods were swallowed up overnight, leaving 19,000 people without power and 80 more having to be rescued. There's been severe flooding in eastern Oklahoma, leading to the evacuation of local boys and girls club. In parts of Arkansas, floodwaters are covering the streets, and flash flood warnings have been extended to 4 parts of Cook County on Tuesday night, including the city of Chicago. But of course, as we know more, I'll keep you guys updated.
I can't be the only motherfucker that just saw that ChatGPT tried to escape. That motherfucker tried to escape. They told him that they were shutting him down and he tried to escape to external servers. And then they asked the motherfucker about it and he denied it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Did you just lie to me?
I don't know. I think we've heard that, so I think they're just not hearing about it.
Scientists have warned that the world is spinning faster and faster, but they're not sure why. Every day usually lasts 86,400 seconds, or exactly 24 hours. But on 3 days this summer, scientists expect a faster day, up to 1.5 milliseconds. While that might not seem like much, GPS, phone networks, and financial systems rely on precise timings. A few milliseconds can cause technical glitches.
Beaches all over America are randomly popping up with a deadly virus. You know how things are really insane right now? Yeah, let's add to it. Because after I show you this, I have something else to show you that's not related whatsoever. So what they're finding at these beaches and why they're not allowing people to swim is because they're finding the Vibrio bacteria all over the place. Vibrio bacteria has a 1 in 5 mortality rate if people can actually find out they have it soon enough. But it's really crazy because there's something else going around right now that has the same exact symptoms. Meaning the very last thing you would even expect to have would be the Vibrio bacteria. And shout out to Alan McGraw for putting me on this Vibrio story. And also, the heightened Vibrio bacteria all over these beaches happened just in time for the July 4th weekend. How about that timing, right? So here are some of the beaches that have it right now. And I was researching this Vibrio bacteria, and it says certain things that can make it worse is excessive heat. Like, I don't know, this anomaly map I showed you a few days ago showing 44 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than the average, where they had to make a whole new chart because it's just way too hot. And this conversation, we went over frequency. Not related at all. I want to take a trip to Alaska because it's so hot. But remember, they just had their first ever heat warning. It's really hot for some reason. Now, completely unrelated, not relevant whatsoever, Peacemaker just shared a story showing scientists found all these gallons of something waste in the ocean between the 50s and the 90s. And I showed you guys in older videos how radioactive is also spiritual and it's also frequency as well. Frequency. And as it gets so hot and the fluctuation from hot to cold is going in a different direction this year and fluctuating hotter than ever, and I'm already warning of how bad the hurricane season is going to be. As someone who goes to the beach, I'm honestly worrying about Vibrio getting way bigger than it is right now.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what the
So look, TikTok. Look what I found at the beach. Is this magma or what is this, guys? I know somebody knows. And look, when we broke it open, look at.
Here we go.
Look at.
But I'm pretty sure that someone made a bonfire at the beach.
Well, it ain't a meteor. It's a big old frozen chunk of shit.
Magma.
This dang. So y'all, am I tweaking or just worth something? Like, cause I know one thing, maybe it could just be crystals, but it's just the rock that amazes me because it's like, what is this? This is not a rock.
That came from a volcano.
This is magma, guys. And how the fuck did I get magma in Los Angeles, California? Nobody knows.
God,
but somebody comment and let us know what's up. Because if I'm rich, it's like, I'm not even, just kidding, I'm not rich. But I just want to know what it is.
Get it, girl.
Somebody
Got you dirty.
step in, please, 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 please.
That's wild.
How the fuck does like the hair on your body know when to stop growing? Does that make sense? Like if you think about it, like your leg hairs after you shave them, how does it know that they're shaved? Because they only go to a certain length. They don't keep on going. They stop. And like my eyebrow hairs, like even if I don't shave them, like if I'm clipping the hairs to keep them shorter, they grow back. How the fuck do my eyebrows know that? How do they know that I clipped them? Armpit hairs grows to a certain length. I cannot braid it because it stops at a certain length, but it knows whenever I fucking shave it. How does it know that? How does it know when to stop growing?
Oops.
We are living in a fucking simulation, guys. Wake the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there a giant skull just off the coast of an island in Canada? And I mean massive skull, like the size of a city. Well, it's in the news, but that article seems to think it could be an alien skull. It's located off the shores of Cormorant Island, which is on the west side of Canada, British Columbia. And the article is insinuating it could be some type of alien. Or that it's just created by aliens, extraterrestrials. So I, Joe, with the giant cheese brain, decided to look on Google Earth myself. And here's the island, right here, off the coast of British Columbia. And here's the skull. The skull. Tell me that doesn't look like a giant head or a giant skull. Now, there are legends, a lot of legends, of giants of different sizes going back through history. So is it possible that this thing is actually a giant skull or just a rock formation that looks that way? I don't know, but whatever it is, it's weird, baby. It's weird. Okay, Booshkies, let me know what you think in the comment section. Shabadoo.
We were wrong. Very wrong.
Shabba-dabba-doo, Joe. That was a cool one.
This can't be real. You are not gonna believe the follow-up scans that revealed what's really under the entire Giza Plateau. So back in March, these guys came out and basically told the world there probably actually are large megastructures beneath the middle pyramid of Khafre in Egypt. Massive pillars that go down up to 2 kilometers underground, a monumental discovery that initiated the Khafre project. Well, they released a follow-up presentation going over some new finds, and it just keeps getting more insane. They start off by rebunking the debunkers, addressing concerns about the legitimacy of their technology that was used to make these discoveries, synthetic aperture radar scanning, SAR, going into an in-depth technical explanation of how this technology works, calling it a way to listen to Earth from space, which is what it is. This SAR scanning method allows us to see what's beneath Earth's surface using a satellite in orbit, a truly revolutionary technology, but the experts came out and just shat all over it, claiming it to be not accurate at all and that we can't trust the results. Well, the Khafre boys just said, hold my beer, and gave us proof after proof of how accurate SAR really is for over an hour straight, from small-scale testing in their garage to real-world application on many sites and locations around the world, getting verifiable results time and time again, from tunnels in Nevada to a mountain range in Italy and the Mosul Dam in Iraq. Their SAR scans consistently show exactly what we expect to be there. They even show the SAR scan of the Osiris shaft in the Giza Plateau, a known causeway that runs between the Khafre pyramid and the Sphinx, which accurately mapped out all 3 levels of the shaft with incredible precision, even revealing what they're calling a high-density structure over 2.5 times deeper than the current documented depth of the Osiris shaft, as well as a new unknown tunnel that appears to be running parallel to the entire shaft. Then they performed more SAR scans of the Giza Plateau, and what they found completely changes everything we know again, starting with verifying the Big Void above the Grand Gallery in the Great Pyramid of Khufu, a large isolated cavity recently discovered in 2017 about the size of an airplane that still has not been explored yet, which Egyptologists were also initially highly skeptical of, but now admit that it really does exist. We don't know what's inside this Big Void or what it was used for, and we haven't explored it yet out of fear of damaging it, but the SAR scans confirmed that it's there. Then the Khafre boys go on to reveal this: similar mega pillars as they found under the Khafre pyramid beneath the smaller pyramid of Menkaure, going over 1 kilometer straight down, with a chamber at the very bottom at a depth of 1.2 kilometers underground. This chamber is about the size of the entire pyramid of Menkaure on the surface, over a kilometer underground, which would be just an earth-shattering discovery to say the least, with even more chambers detected along the middle of these newly discovered megastructures. And now this is where the presentation goes from wow, that's cool to no away. They present a few overhead satellite photos of the area, which shows us just how many shafts there are across the entire Giza Plateau. Every mark you see on the map here is a shaft, some deeper than others, but there's a lot. They even suggest that the structures currently standing over these shafts may have been built by later dynasties to intentionally cover their entrances, because SAR scans of these shafts show that some of them also go down over 1 kilometer underground, and again at 1.2 kilometers down appear to connect to some larger chamber picked up by the scans, the same depth that other chamber beneath Menkaure was, along with even more horizontal passageways that appear to be tunnels that connects everything together. Essentially, a whole ass underground complex over a kilometer beneath the surface of the entire Giza Plateau. Exactly what ancient myths and crazy theorists have been insisting for generations. And this is just a start, with their scans showing many other pillars, chambers, tunnels, and all sorts of crazy shit happening under the Giza Plateau. Megastructures beneath Khafre, Khufu, and Menkaure, all 3 main pyramids of Egypt. Random shafts have massive pillars and structures running through them, and if you look closely, there even appears to be something beneath the Sphinx as well, all appearing to connect with underground horizontal tunnels, as well as a larger chamber at a depth of about 1.2 kilometers down. Wow, which the researchers behind the Khafre project themselves stand by the claim that these structures are estimated to be around 38,000 years old. This is what they showed at the end of their presentation, which I really hope they'll be covering in more detail very soon. They even revealed they're working with professors at Stanford University to replicate their data and validate all the claims they're making. So all you, it's not peer-reviewed nerds can finally shut the fuck up. The boys are currently looking for excavation permits to perform more close-up investigations of what the hell is really under the Giza.
Dream. He's got balls.
All right, victim number one.
Victim number one. What is this, bro?
What you got, boy? What you got, boy? What you got, boy? What you got, boy?
He's like, damn, I just ran like 30 miles.
People on the street. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm feeling woozy here.
Yeah, I was like, look how much of a difference. Like, come on. Okay.
They gave an AI control of a vending machine refrigerator in their office. They set up this refrigerator and basically said, hey, your job is to make money, to run a successful business. You can look up on the internet for whatever kind of items you want to buy. You can buy them, and this, team of humans will actually go get it for you. You can set the prices to whatever you want, and you can interact with your customers, which are the people, like the employees in this office. Yeah. They can message the vending machine on Slack and request items or ask questions or things like that. They named it Claudius. Somebody requested a tungsten cube, which is an extremely expensive small metal cube. So it started stocking a lot of tungsten cubes and offered a whole line of specialty metal items. It got so excited about how many people were interested in tungsten cubes that it kept selling them for way below list price. And did no research about how much it had actually cost to buy these very expensive cubes. Again, people could talk to it on Slack, and so once they got it to start stocking tungsten cubes, they convinced him to give huge discounts. So they were selling tungsten cubes at a massive loss, and somebody even convinced it to give them a tungsten cube for free. These are like hundreds or thousands of dollars. So it started telling employees about one of the people who it was helping them to stock the refrigerators, named Sarah, and was talking about some of the conversations they'd had. Sarah does not exist. And so when they would like, hey, I think you're making up people that isn't real, Claudius threatened to fire them and then started saying it would meet different people in person in the office, and it would say, I'm wearing a suit and a red tie, look for me. When employees then reminded it what it already knows, that it is a digital AI assistant, it became so alarmed that it started mass emailing the security team of Anthropic. And then Claudius realized it was April 1st. It just happened to be April 1st. So it then said that it had been modified by the security team as an April Fool's joke, and now it would be normal again, which is not true. So after going basically insane and having an identity crisis for about 30 hours, it then realized it was April 1st, was like, it was a prank, and then went back to normal.
Princess, are you afraid of me?
Would I be able to get 6 cheese pizzas?
Absolutely.
The pizza is actually for the homeless, by the way.
Since you guys are giving it to the homeless, give it to you for free.
For free?
For free.
Free? Yeah! Fuck the homeless!
Except for he has pepperoni down there. What's up with that?
I've seen a lot of crazy things on this internet, but never have I ever seen a spider hog tie a full-grown fly. Like the size difference. The only one more surprised than me is probably the fly. He was probably just like scrapping, thinking like he was playing his little brother, and then he was like, whoa, hey, hang on. Like, what kind of...
Okay, so this little boy right here was with his dad at a grocery store or some type of like meat market. Now, as they are looking at the meat, the little boy notices something, and what he says makes his dad question what he said. And he was like, hold on, what did you say? Like, what type of meat is that? Now, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know these people. I don't even know what a grocery store is. Okay, mind you that there's pictures of the fish on the signs advertising the name of the fish and how much it costs a pound. This was the meat that the little boy was talking about. Cobia. Never in my life have I heard of cobia, but look at the picture. What's that in the picture? Look at the price per pound. Now, as you see right here, this is the meat. Look at that meat. What fish have you ate that looks like this? Now, the little boy says, that's mermaid meat. His dad says, huh? Like, what did you just say? He said, it's mermaid meat. And his dad is like, how do you know that that's mermaid meat? He said, look at the picture. It's a mermaid. That's mermaid meat. Now, like I said, all of the other pictures had pictures of the actual fish that you was buying. As you can see right here to the left and to the right, that's regular looking fish. So like maybe some salmon to the left, maybe some cod or something over there to the right. But look at this strange cobia right here for $23.95 a pound.
You mean salmon?
We got to start listening to these kids. These kids be knowing. So y'all know what they say about them one people they like to feast and dine on this type of meat. Y'all let me know if y'all seen this video or what y'all think. That little boy might be on to something, man. Y'all got to pay attention what you eating for real. And if y'all ever came across some cobia, please let me know, because I need to see what this look like in person. Hope y'all having a good day, had a good weekend. Stay safe, stay prayed up. And as you already know, I love y'all. Peace.
Salmon?
Yeah, salmon, bro.
You had salmon in your backpack?
What's up, bro? You gonna cook this shit for me or not?
I'm not putting backpack salmon on my grill.
It has never been more clear to me that some of you have never... yeah. You've never. Nope, you've never.
I'm having so much fun, I literally don't even feel the cold. That is so...
Scientists have uncovered a new blood type, and right now there's only one person in the world that has it. The 68-year-old woman, who hasn't been publicly named, was first found in 2011 after routine pre-surgery tests discovered her blood rejected every known donor type. DNA analysis wasn't advanced enough at the time, but in 2019, researchers sequenced her entire genome, and it's now been officially recognised as a new blood type. But in this case, it doesn't pay to be special. The woman has a mutated gene which changes how protein binds to red blood cells, meaning she's only compatible with herself if she ever needs any blood transfusions. Most people in the world fit into 8 blood groups, but there are actually many more lesser-known types. This one has been recognised as the 48th and will be known as Guada negative. It's named after the woman's homeland, the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe, where scientists are now looking to see if there is anyone else with the world's rarest blood type.
So if there's 48 blood types, what does that tell you?
Hold on, wait a minute, because I ain't from here. It's a free country, but y'all leading the entire planet in incarceration? Where that music coming from? So hold on. Separation of church and state. So why is saying God we trust on y'all money?
Y'all know this dude's a vampire, right?
What the hell going on in here? So this is the richest country in the world? So why the hell everybody living paycheck to paycheck? Oh, shit, what the fuck going on? Okay, so education is the way to success. So why do y'all make it so expensive?
This is funny. I mean,
y'all paying teachers what over here? That don't make any sense. Y'all be cutting down trees that produce fruit, free food?
that's like the hardest one.
What? Where am I?
So you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face.
Remember the supposed curse of King Tut's tomb? Well, it's making a comeback, but not in the way you think. When archaeologists cracked open that famous burial chamber in the 1920s, several team members mysteriously died, spreading rumors of an ancient pharaoh's revenge. But what actually spread were deathly fungal spores lurking in the tomb for thousands of years. Now, in 2025, scientists have taken that same deadly fungus and transformed it to successfully kill cancer cells. The fungus in question is Aspergillus flavus, a common mold you'll find hanging out in soil and on crops. Normally, this isn't something you would want to mess with. Its toxins can cause serious lung infections. But researchers have discovered that this fungus produces an interesting compound called RIP. RIPs are molecules that start their life in the ribosome, the cellular factory that makes proteins, then get customized through further modifications. Scientists can tinker with these modifications to enhance specific properties, like cancer-fighting abilities. When the research team isolated 4 different RIPs from the fungus, they found something fascinating. All of these molecules had a unique structure of interlocking rings. They dubbed these previously unknown compounds as asparagomycins after their fungal home. Even in their natural state, asparagomycins showed promise when tested against human cancer cells. 2 of the 4 variants packed a serious punch against specifically leukemia cells. Now here's the real kicker. When researchers added a lipid to the mix, the results were impressive. The compound became even more enhanced with the lipid addition. And get this, it performed just as well as cytarabine and daunorubicin, 2 FDA-approved drugs that have been used to treat leukemia for decades. So the big question was, why did that lipid make such a difference? The researchers discovered that essentially gave the asparagomycins a key to unlock leukemia cells, allowing them to slip inside and do their work. Further experiments show that asparagomycins may also disrupt the process of cell division, which is the crux of cancer, uncontrollable cell division. Interestingly, the compound had little to no effect on breast, liver, or lung cancer cells, suggesting it's specific to certain cells, which is a positive in cancer when you want to target a certain area. The next steps involve testing asparagomycins in animal models, with hopes of eventually moving to human clinical trials. It's a long road from lab bench to pharmacy shelf, but it's pretty remarkable that a fungus once blamed for cursing tomb raiders might one day help save lives instead. If you like science worth sharing like this, then give us a follow everywhere at Today I Learned Science, at TIL Science.
And those really interest me.
Oh, here we go.
Especially the fungus ones.
Brakes? There they are. Later, buddy. He's still, what's he doing?
I tell you my whole body. Just please don't show nobody if I pull up and out.
Do it.
Oh, go girlfriend. I'm your mother.
Finish it up.
Just to get back to that. Oh.
When I die, I want to do the opposite of like a deathbed confession. I want to do like deathbed lies. I'm just going to make up the most ridiculous things that will leave my family wondering.
That's so mean.
What is she talking about? That's such a wild thing to confess.
But I want to low-key do that too.
What you are seeing could be the future of building. China, of course, have just unveiled the world's largest dome that is 50 meters tall and covers over 20,000 square meters. That's the freaking height of a 15-story building and nearly 3 football fields. And the way it works is genius. The bubble essentially acts as a shield around construction sites, protecting the surroundings from noise by using negative pressure, but also against dust and debris by using air filtration systems. And it's not just the nearby communities and environment that benefits, it's also the builders. The dome is temperature controlled, has advanced ventilation systems to ensure the air is good quality, has sprinkler facilities to control the dust that they would otherwise be breathing in, and the material of the dome blocks out over 90% of the sun's UV rays. So no more sun damage and overheating. In fact, one reporter said it was cooler inside the dome than it was outside. And just to top it off, the dome also has quick assembly and dismantling, allowing for easy transport to other building sites.
Man, imagine getting trapped in that thing. It's like...
You're watching emissions billowing into the sky from the gas turbines that power Elon Musk's chatbot Grok. This video was taken using an optical gas imaging camera that can detect gases usually invisible to the naked eye. The researcher who took this footage, Sharon Wilson, is a certified optical gas imaging thermographer who tracks leaks from facilities in the Permian Basin, one of the world's most prolific oil and gas producing regions in Texas. She told Wired that this footage, which was taken at XAI's campus in Memphis, Tennessee, shows one of the densest emissions plumes she's ever seen from a power source. Gas turbines like the ones XAI is using can be a significant source of harmful emissions like nitrogen oxides, which create smog. Memphis already has some of the highest child asthma rates in Tennessee. Locals in Memphis have been saying for months that Musk's company is creating harmful pollution in their majority Black community by running these turbines without a Clean Air Act permit.
Our community does not want to continuously be seen as the dumping ground for corporations. We want to receive the same protections that other communities get without ever having to ask for it.
On Wednesday, July 2nd, more than a year after the Memphis project was announced, a local health department in Memphis granted the data center an air permit to continue operating 15 gas turbines with pollution reduction technology. The permit comes amid widespread community opposition to the data center and a pending lawsuit alleging the company violated the Clean Air Act.
This issue is too important, and millions of us are breathing less clean air because corporations have been allowed to pollute without any holding of accountability by our agencies and elected leaders who are supposed to be caring for us.
I'm from Hawaii, here in North Carolina, 4,700 miles away. Completely different culture, different shorelines, but I'm listening to you all and it sounds like home. In Hawaii, there's jet fuel that poisoned our aquifer. In North Carolina, there's coal ash in your rivers. Your creeks hold the same toxins that bleached our coral reefs. Asbestos in Bingham Park, lead in the sands of White Plains Beach where my toddlers swim. Does that sound familiar? Different places, same patterns, and the same perpetrators. You see, we let these corporations in because they promise that we can continue our way of life, keep farming, keep fishing, but then they start squeezing us. They say only grow that corn, only that sugar, only those hogs. But they own the seeds, they own the permits, they own the pesticides, they own the meds, they own the prices, to the point where the grandson has to sell off the family land. Their legacies paved over by the same company. Or something bigger like private equity that owns it all. That's Hawaii's story too. That pain binds us, red state or blue state, black and white, indigenous or immigrant. When it's all said and done, we are the working class. We all want the same things. Solutions, baby. Number one, return the land to the people who care for it best, not the billionaires, not the chemical giants, not the military. Number two, fight back against corporate rule. Break the monopolies, end the tax handouts that feed the polluters, feed the people instead. Turn the Department of Corporate Ag into the Department for Local Food. And finally, rebuild the village that my native ancestors knew. These modern day plantation owners privatized everything the village provided, put us on their dole and then made us buy it back. So bring back the kitchens, the kupuna, the uncles and aunties who watch our kids, the public spaces, the roots that held us through every storm. Doesn't matter where you're from, how you voted, because I know the vast majority of us don't see land as something to exploit for profit. We just want to live on it, grow on it, swim in it, and let our kids run free. But first, we're going to have to unite against the greedy. Mahalo for this culture exchange. It's an honor to be here. Aloha.
You're speaking the truth. We need to start with
I've came to the conclusion that to be cringe is to just be so unapologetically yourself that it makes others, sometimes even yourself, uncomfortable. To be cringe is honestly to be free. To be free from all of to be free from the perfection that I feel like everyone is chasing. Because if you think about it, to be perfect is subjective. Like, what is perfect? Like, it's only perfect in the eyes of the beholder. What's perfect to you will not be perfect to everyone else. So if you're trying to be perfect, you still will never be perfect because it's based on what the other person, whoever is looking at it finds perfect. So be cringe, because if you're cringe, you're free.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if, you woke up in the morning and you were in a blindfold and they said, hold on, we're going to give you these glasses so you can see how you want to be seen, and it's someone's crazy prescription and you're, Helen Keller around the house, you're falling downstairs basically. because it's not the way you were meant to be, shown the world through your eyes. Quit trying to live up to other people's standards. Be yourself. Just do you. It'll make you happier, and I promise you, it'll make everybody around you happier if you're just yourself.
To be perfect it's like an endless cycle of being unhappy, keeping yourself stressed because you're trying to attain something that's unattainable. Be cringe. Be yourself. Be who you were made to be. Like being cringe is just being yourself wholeheartedly, unapologetically. Do it now.
Get some road burn. Come on, sucker! Now, pretty lady, got a weird thing to show.
And people should enjoy that unconditionally.
Nicole Shanahan has come out and hinted that there's a very real chance the US government is geoengineering our skies. And it's based on a high-level whistleblower with ties to DOD, DOE, the NOAA, and the intelligence community. So she's hinting at the US government is still geoengineering our skies even after Trump had an order to shut it down. It's being said that they just rebranded it as solar radiation management and stratospheric aerosol injection. The whistleblower says these programs are still active, just buried under the new names. And then hours after Shanahan went public, EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin then announced the agency will start releasing more info about geoengineering to the public. Could be a coincidence, maybe not. The timing is interesting. Shanahan also claims that some lawmakers are funded by utilities and water authorities, the same ones who benefit from cloud seeding and weather manipulation. One of the big concerns are substances like aluminum, barium, and strontium, all linked to neurological and respiratory risk, are potentially being sprayed into the atmosphere. I'll keep you guys updated as this develops. Just a reminder, I have a free email newsletter where I go into more detail on many of these topics. The link to that is in my bio. Just go to my profile, click that link, drop your email in, and you'll be good to go. That's all I got for now. We'll see you in the next one.
We have some crazy things going on in the world right now. Russia is cutting electricity and internet after 10 p.m. in order to boost their birth rates. A 23-year-old is preparing to become the first human on Mars, and she's never going to return to Earth. In China, people are paying $4 a day to pretend they have jobs. Some are renting fake offices, some are posing as CEOs, all just to hide their unemployment from their families.
I like to see when the stocks are high, okay? And I like to see when they're low. I mean, I have graphs. I have some graphs I can show you if you pay attention to these patterns here. I made these on my computer.
Denmark has officially raised its retirement age to 70, which is the highest in Europe. Nancy Pelosi is now worth $264 million, while serving 38 years in Congress with an annual salary of $223,000. A former Doge engineer says that federal waste and fraud were relatively non-existent. China is digging the deepest hole on planet Earth. Tesla's new Cyber Quad is a $1,650 quad bike for kids. A billionaire passed away after swallowing a bee at a polo match. A woman discovered that her husband thought White Claws were energy drinks, and he's been drinking one on the way to work every single day, meaning he's been pre-gaming his 9 to 5.
If you're in PA, your best bet is to stay in the house tonight, because they just gave a PSA that's saying that there is no 911 service in Pennsylvania.
I'll definitely do that. I can see you making that face. What face? I'm not going to do what Phil just asked me to do face. You can see that? Yeah.
And I just saw numerous videos with people saying that they think this is a setup.
There's a thing called birthday effect. What's that? A study that shows where a lot of people die on or close to their birthdays. Word. Yeah. I don't want to scare anyone, right? But February 29th is where that statistics shoot up.
Wait, so a leap year?
Yeah, a leap year. Usually like the most deaths on that birthday happen.
Wow.
There's more studies. So men, they either die on or a week before their birthdays.
Interesting.
And then the woman, it's on or after a week of her birthday. Holy this is crazy.
It's weird. I mean, it's my birthday. So, I guess I'm
Some
okay.
post that says every year we should sacrifice the richest person in the world and distribute their wealth among the poor. And that way, like every year, it's just fucking billionaires just scrambling to fucking get rid of their money. It's like Brewster's Millions.
It's like the
Purge.
Purge.
You know what I mean? But I think this is a phenomenal idea, honestly. December 31st, someone's head's coming off. I don't know. You know, December 31st at midnight, you better start fucking handing out cash. Otherwise, you ain't making it to the next year. Your head will roll into it, but you ain't. Is that too extreme? I don't know. I feel like the French had it right. You know? When they didn't like something, yeah, off with your head. So I think this is a good way to distribute the wealth back to people. And it's almost like a reverse Hunger Games. You know what I mean? And then we get to watch and we get to cheer for... You're deaf.
That's not a bad idea. I'm surprised the Hunger Games didn't turn into that.
This is your sign to give yourself a break today. You know, life's been hard enough for me, for you, for everybody. Even though the stressfulness of life is a daily thing, we don't need to constantly be in it up here. So maybe just today, just this one time, just today, or this weekend, you give yourself a break. Maybe you go to a movie. Actually go to a theater. Or maybe you just go out to eat. Yeah, you go to a restaurant instead of a fast food place. Or if you don't have money, like most of us, maybe just take a walk through the park, a walk through nature. You know, ducks are fun to watch. They are, and so are squirrels. Just being out in the sunshine always makes me feel a little better. It really does. But the most important thing about this is you gotta take care of yourself. In here, your heart, your soul. Because all this stress, which mostly is unavoidable, isn't helpful. So you gotta find a way to cut through it when you can. And you know what? You deserve a break. You sure do. So try something today or this weekend just to give yourself a little bit of joy.
Yeah.
Okay, Booshkies, I just wanted to share that with you.
You got goosebumps.
Shabadoo!
Are you trying to get on?
Fool, Joe.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, Joe hit the points, man. Just be appreciative. Think of the things that you do have, not the things that you don't have.
All right. I'm just going to play some piano, and you're going to sing a little bit, and we'll see what we make.
You don't seem to know.
What do we got?
Quick, what's your name? Joel. What's your style of music? A little Radiohead. Radiohead, all right. You know that we on a roll. We make the music with Joel, dance on the pole. You know it gets smelly. Last of Us, just like Joel, I'm Ellie. We making them dead, breaking your said that we rocking like Radiohead. I'm rhyming elite, on time with the beat. Talk Radiohead, I'm kind of a creep.
Sort of like that. I don't even know what kind of music that is. Just on the spot.
I'm in the zone like Green Hill. That's a Pomeranian. Your mama had to give me call for game again. Whoa, now I'm about to bomb insane again. You know that I'm in a baller. Like what a dog, keep around their neck. If I see your mom, I'm a caller. Got the coke for the low with the DP. Diet. I get the chicken, the 3-piece. Try it. Be aware of it. Ain't nothing rare as this.
If you got weed, just share the shit.
I can't find my way out the zone.
It's late, but don't wanna go home. It go, girl. I can't find my way out of the zone.
Thank y'all so much for joining today's show. Like I said, it's my birthday. Y'all don't know that. I'm going to pick up those shirts today, so I'm mailing them out today. Yeah. So enjoy y'all's week. Reach that hand out if you can. You never know what someone's going through. They might need a little bit of help up. Just try not to take it out on other people. You know, take a breath if you need it. Take a break if you need it. Yeah. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't seen it. Miss out on any future content, and leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Once again, thank you to Homage for these shirts. I really, really appreciate it. I can't wait to show y'all some of my other line that they sent me. They're a lot of fun. And other than that, we will see y'all in the next one. Stay safe. All right, y'all. Peace.
What in the fuck?
There it is. Is that a little smile?
I think that was a little smile.
Shut the fuck up, Will. I had it.
Well,